Thank you for tuning in for the truth about Gangstalkers. Who these Gangstalkers are. I've seen them before. They followed me into a Target. Right after they were talking to me, the voices stopped while they were in the Target, and they started right after I left. These are all younger guys in their teens to early 20s for my group, except for two individuals who are with them. They're both a lot older. They look like they're in their 40s. They've got to be in their 50s now. One was a very heavyweight guy with a very... Whoops. Sorry. With a dark brown hair, short dark brown hair, and a heavy goatee. The other guy had silver hair and was clean shaven. These are the group leaders who are showing all of their young recruits how to gang stalk. And they, like I said, they all have distinct voices. They use voice changers to make their voices sound deeper and more manly because they're young. And it's just ridiculous. But the more I've read online and I'm talking with other people, these guys seem to be associated with the Irish Traveler group that is all over the world, but they mainly are located in Murphy Village, South Carolina, and they are currently being investigated by the F.b.i. for life insurance policy fraud, where they took out life insurance policies on many people they had no relation to, so that's highly illegal. They were working with crooked insurance agents to make $54 million. But the FBI is investigating them as of December 2018, and I can only hope more arrests continue. And these guys are not only target me, they target everyone I know, including my family and friends, girlfriends, anyone close to me. They've imitated the voices of my neighbors, co-workers, and even my friends. But it doesn't make sense because I'm not in those situations with those people. I'll just hear somebody like they're monitoring me, like they're imitating their voice. So these guys are just not that smart. But we'll get into more of what they do, and there is a few things they say repetitively. And I have a feeling this is distinct to these small groups, so it's one way to identify them. And if you are being gang stalked, you should write these sayings down, because you're not going to be able to record them because they're ultrasound. So that means if they are not hitting your speaker, you are not going to be able to record what they are saying. And they are definitely not hitting your speakers, because these guys don't want to be recorded at all. One of the things I should have done in Target is ask for a copy of the video of these guys. But I didn't do that at the time. I was too out of it. And they were putting me through too much stress. And that's one way they constantly aggravate their victims, is to stress you out to the point where you are not thinking correctly at all. But here's a couple things my group says. They say, you don't know us that well. You are so pissed off. You can't see all of your injuries. You are not as lucky as you think you are. You are not thinking of this correctly. I need your attention. Here is your life back. And they also say, you're making me horny. They say, they'll do a body change on me and say, done, done, done. And then they'll say, anyway, when they're repeating thoughts to me. They'll often fake yawn, like they're tired. But it's a total fake yawn. And these guys have told me they've told me they smoke crystal meth. These guys have kept me up for days in a row. So they're not tired at all. And as you can tell it's a total attempt at manipulation. But these guys are so stupid. Every manipulation they've tried with me has failed. The only way they've gotten me in trouble is make me pass out. They have the ability to make you pass out anywhere. Or forget what you're doing. You'll be basically in an unconscious state and not be aware of what you're doing. But my group is from the Midwest. I'm located in Michigan, and I did move to San Diego and Florida, and these guys even followed me when I went on a European tour of Europe. Visited 26 cities. They followed me to every one. Not with their bodies, but they are able to use their weapons to zero in on their target and follow him and surveil him wherever you are. But these guys are from the Midwest. I can tell that because of their accents or lack of accents. They're definitely not from the South, not from anywhere in the East. They try and pretend they're from New York sometimes, very infrequently, and when they do, it's just horrible because they don't sound like a New Yorker at all. They don't use the words New Yorkers use. They don't sound like they're from New York. It's just a terrible attempt to pretend they're somebody else. But you can tell they're not from California, Chicago, Boston. All those people have distinct accents. And these guys don't have any of those. But they also don't have families, or this is a they do have. I'm sorry, they do have family. This is a family enterprise. These guys are being taught by their fathers, and the fathers are teaching their sons and their friends how to gang stalk. This is a total family affair. That's what most people don't realize. This is a total family affair. These guys are closely related. They were doing it. Their grandfathers were doing it. Their uncles are doing it. Everybody is doing it to make money off life insurance policies, and they make millions of dollars per year by doing this. That's why they're all able to sit around and follow you all day. They don't ever have to work. These guys have never worked a day in their life and never will. They act like they're above the law, and they don't care if they tell me they are never going to get in trouble, and if they do, they're going to wipe out everybody who's trying to indict them, including prosecutors, police officers. These guys are just over the top, blatant about taking out anybody who gets in their way. But they like I said, they prevented me from having girlfriends. They don't want me to have any relationships with anybody, including friends, because these guys want to socially isolate you to the point where you feel like you have no way out other than to kill yourself. That's exactly what they want. And they've told me since I'm not going to kill myself, and I said I will kill myself under no circumstances, they're going to kill me. So that means I have limited time left because my body is getting older. They've been following me for 42 years making body changes because, like I said, if they're talking to you, they are not just talking to you. They are changing your body to make sure you die young. That's because they have insurance policies out on you and they want to cash them in. Because they're working with many crooked insurance agents who are also being paid very well to write these fake policies. These guys seem to target, at least my group, seem to target men more than women, and they said they do that just because the women seem to give up easier. So they kill themselves a lot faster than the men who are targeted. And they often They talk to me 24/7, 365 days a year, and they have never stopped. Tell me they will never stop. My life is never going to get any better. I will never be able to work again in my life. Yeah, like I said, they target my friends and family, not just myself. I've had friends and family have weird medical things happen to them or get in car accidents and just not be aware of any reason or why that these things have happened. And there's not really a medical history. It just happens out of the blue. Because these guys do have the ability to make you pass out even while driving your car. And they've done this to me several times. And I have gotten in trouble with the police because of this, because I'm not able to explain why I just went unconscious. And they're able to put you to sleep anywhere at any time and also force you to stay awake. It's called forced awake. And they will keep you awake for as long as they want, just to stress you out even further. They have this group of Gangstalkers has told me about other victims they have raped and killed, including mothers who had just had babies. They said they killed them both. These guys, sometimes you don't know if they're bragging, but these guys are such mean piles of shit. I can almost guarantee they have done a lot of this stuff, because they get off on it. Imagine having all this power with these wireless technologies and weapons to shoot and change the behavior of anyone in the world. What are most people going to want to do? Hurt them. They're not going to want to help them. That's exactly what these guys are, just stereotypes. That's exactly what they want to do. And these gangstalking takes place all around the world. Because they do. They say it's a worldwide network of pedophiles and murderers who target different people all the time. The murders they commit are often labeled suicide or even natural death by heart attack and stroke, because these guys can shrink and manipulate and prevent blood flow even in your veins and arteries, or they can make your brain hemorrhage. They can do this all with their invisible weapons, which can rip and tear and shrink and enlarge tissues, and including your heart. They can do anything they want to do to anyone at any time. They even bragged to me about raping one of my coworkers while I was a social worker in Florida, and she basically went unconscious and out of the blue. And it's not the first time I've heard it from other people. These guys are the scummiest people who I have ever heard of. Heavily involved in all types of insurance frauds to financially support themselves and their networks, and murder for profit. And like I said, these guys claim they will never be caught and prosecuted. And I bet they taunt police officers to come and have targeted police officers themselves. These guys are so brazen. But anyways, that's it for right now. I have some more videos coming up, so please stay tuned in, and I will talk to you again soon. Thank you.